Well, Steve, most people saying happy 4th of July, but you in the weather biz are celebrating something else.
Happy aphelion.
Yes, of course.
You don't know what aphelion is?
Well, I do, but you may want to explain to our viewers who may not know.
Aphelion is the day that the sun is the farthest away from the Earth, which is July 3rd. It happens every year just before the 4th of July. Here's a graphic that shows you the sun is farthest from the Earth now than any other time of the year, meaning it is now 94,505,901 miles away, but because the Earth is tilted into the sun at the middle of summer, it's the hottest time of the year for us. And it was hot today, boy oh boy, and humid too. From our Lakewood Ranch cam, you can see that we have a lot of clouds, and during the afternoon, about 3 o'clock, a fairly strong thunderstorm came over with a lot of lightning and heavy downpours. Anywhere from 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain fell down as it passed. It was one of a few showers that passed overhead, giving local relief, but a lot of us didn't get the relief, and it remained hot. High temperatures were hot across the state from top to bottom. 96 in Fort Myers, 92 at Tampa. Even Miami was 92. And across our viewing area, these are the air temperatures, but with the humidity, the feel-like index was well over 100, 102, even on Longboat Key earlier today, and is cooling off oh so slowly as our evening hours go on. It's going to take all night to feel the least bit comfortable, probably, so I hope you all have air conditioning. This is the look of the radar, and you can see that moisture flowing in from the southeast. It's a very moist, very warm pattern, as you would expect in July, about the 4th of July. And we did have just south of us a very heavy storm go over Fort Myers and out on Captiva. Looked like Boca got some of it as well, but that has now moved out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we should not see any more overnight. Now looking at the tropics, and things are beginning to show signs of life out there. One of these African easterly waves shows a potential of 70% chance of developing in the next 5 days, about a 40% chance in the next 2 days, according to the Hurricane Center. And as it moves across the Atlantic, we'll watch it very closely. But right now, the Caribbean, a lot closer to us, is fairly quiet. No problems there. And the Gulf of Mexico, you can see no storms there either, but the waters are warming up, and that will provide the fuel later on in the season for any potential storms that might enter the Gulf to just really fire up and become strong. But as we look out in the Atlantic, where that easterly wave is now moving across, minimal, only 80 degrees. That's about the coolest the water can be and really get significant tropical storm development. But as that disturbance moves over into warmer waters, it has a greater chance of developing. Some wind shear over the Lesser Antilles may briefly impede its development. But if we look at this computer forecast model of both wind and pressure, over the next 5 days, you can see in the middle of the Atlantic, there's Africa over there, and as it moves to the Antilles and just skirts it, it does show signs of some intensification. Doesn't look all that great, but it's something we're going to be looking very closely at over the next few days here in the Weather Office. This is a much better forecast, much more accurate, and with high pressure in place, we will have the afternoon, evening showers and thunder showers right on through the 4th and the rest of the week, too. About the time the fireworks going off tomorrow looks like fairly clear. Only the slightest chance we'll see a shower, but it's also going to be very warm tomorrow night too as those fireworks go off, and Wednesday a little greater chance. Out on the water, great to get away from the heat if you can do that. West winds at 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less. The water temperature almost 90, the air temperature 88, but it's going to feel a lot warmer than that. And here's your 4th of July forecast. Starting off in the afternoon, the temperature at 2 o'clock with partly cloudy skies will be 87. By 6 p.m., 90, very hot, and when the fireworks go off, estimated temperature will be 87 degrees. And our 7-day outlook shows that chance of rain goes up from the 30% tomorrow to 50, 60, 50, 60 as we move into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A very typical pattern for this time of year. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Steve.